right. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plains. G'day, mate. No, Victor, but it's a good idea. That's just water. All right, welcome to Forex.Today, the YouTube community of over 18,000 foreign exchange traders. Let's go. All right, let me remind you that trading's risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. It could be, it may not be. Therefore, please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, and never risk money you cannot afford to lose. Good morning. Welcome to my office. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being on this journey we call Forex and doing the journey with me. I've been doing this a long time. Holy smokes, it's been a long time now thinking about it. I was thinking, wow, I've been doing Forex for 20 years, but finance in general for 30, and shit, that makes me old, but I'm still the youngest guy in the room, or at least I always used to be. So, hey, let me share you some things I learned about technical analysis, things about fundamental analysis, things I've done right, things I've done wrong, all my learning experiences I'm willing to share with you with the overriding goal that you improve your ability to plan trades in advance. And then, of course, have the skill, the capacity, the wherewithal to actually carry out your own trade plans. You mix in some fundamentals, you mix in some seasonality, you mix in some trader psychology, you got yourself a well-rounded trader. Is that what you want to be? Or are you still on the get-rich-quick thing? Hey, man, I want to get rich, but I don't want to work for it. Yeah. Good luck with that. So anyways, thank you for being here. Thank you for leaving comments. Thank you for providing positive energy. Thank you for the thumbs up thingy, Bobby. I'd also like to thank Traders Way for being part of our community. One day, you're going to need a broker when you're ready to trade real money. You're going to need someone that provides fast execution speed, competitive spreads or fees. But you also want to get paid swap. A lot of brokers don't even pay you swap. They charge you swap, whether you're long or short. You're like, I don't even know what that means. Well, it matters. Let's just put it that way. World-class customer service. Yep, but honestly, what it comes down to is someone that can earn your loyalty and respect. Traders Way has done that with me, so perhaps they can do that with you. Tradersway.com, open up a demo account. See how she goes, eh? All right. By the way, how was your weekend? Raw. Getting YouTube warnings, error. Is my internet slow again? Getting to the point where I'm going to put a timer on my router so every day it reboots itself. Google speed test. Gee, Murphy, why does it do this every day now? Every day it just slows down. Outdoor music, trading crypto. Yeah, I'm buying an outdoor music system right now, actually. So, dollar generally weak, which is good. Yeah, at least at all yard work. I did a little bit. Japanese yen, a little bit of strength there. One of the things we've talked about over the last, I don't know, I guess 2 months, is at some point what I want to see is a rotation from mostly yen short trades to mostly dollar short trades. Oh, look at that. Nuno went down. Some very nice. How was my weekend? Lots and lots and lots of workers around my house, even on the weekends. So pound down, Kiwi way down, Aussie way down, CAD way down. Okay, commodities resetting from being overpriced. One of the things I wanted to do actually recently, Baltic. Sorry. Those have crappy charts now. All right, fine. If you have crappy charts, we'll go somewhere else. Okay, do you guys know what Baltic Dry Index is? I don't like the word Baltic. It's actually Bulk Dry Index, but the Baltic. Bulk. Okay. Bulk Dry Goods. Maida, when am I going to do that? You know what? I don't know. I thought about it. That's the thought that counts, right? All right. Do you guys know what this is? This is an index of shipping prices for things like iron ore and coal and soybeans and corn. Okay. And when there's lots of demand for the ships, now remember, there's a supply and demand for ships. Literally the boats. Okay? There are only so many boats. And if orders all come in at the same time, there's going to be a shortage of boats. Okay? When there's a shortage of anything, prices go up. We also know the flow, don't we? Soybeans from Brazil to China. Iron ore and coal from Australia to China, for example. Great. So you could track that kind of stuff through Baltic Dry Index. If there's lots of demand, prices will be up. If there's not very much demand, prices will be down. But there's also a life cycle. So when we go through, now think about this as a business cycle. Okay? There's a macro business cycle here. So in times when demand is high, but quantity is low, prices will skyrocket. Now, if the government allows capitalism to do what it does best, that is to find equilibrium, then what will happen is, because prices are so high and demand is so high, a whole bunch of ships will be built. They'll build more ships, because the more ships you have, the more money you make. So naturally, you will get to the point where there's enough ships serving the demand, maybe even too many ships. And then when demand falls later on, because there's a cycle, then there's too many ships and they actually start scrapping the oldest ones. So they take the oldest, least fuel efficient ships that cost the most to maintain or that have depreciated to zero. What you do is you You just run them aground in India, and like 10,000 guys go out there with blowtorches, and 3 days later, the ship is gone. Okay? And there's a life cycle to all of this, which I think is really quite fascinating. Okay? So we've gone from 1,000 to 3,000 recently. Let's get a better chart, however. And I should be able to back out. You'd stink. 5 years. Check this out. We were down here at 300. Now we're at 3,000. Okay? But it was as high as 12,000 back in 2008. So do we have room to grow? Yeah, we're actually back sort of around, I don't know, fairly normal prices now, huh? Isn't that interesting? Okay. Now, some of you guys were watching this with me way back in 2005, 2007, 2008. Okay. And then, wow, look at that. It went from 12,000 to 600. Okay. So we got a lot of room to grow. It's on a relative change. Like the percentage change recently is quite dramatic. Okay. And I would imagine because we are so short of many things that orders are coming in and demand for ships will be quite constant for, let's say, a couple of years, we're probably going to do something like this, where we're at 3,000. I don't see why we can't go to 6,000. Okay. Now put this into context. So, I was talking to a distributor for some aluminum. Now, I talked to the aluminum factory, one in Michigan, a couple of weeks ago, and I told you this story. And they were only producing aluminum at 20% capacity. So I was talking to more of a distributor, or I guess more of a wholesaler, really would be the right word. And he's like, well, the real thing when it comes down to products now is, yes, prices are high, and yes, you're going to have to wait, several months for production to catch up to your order. But he's like, now it's the shipping, right? The shipping charges are outrageous. So if you need a truck to deliver something, well, there's only so many trucks, right? Just like there's only so many boats that can take soybeans from Brazil to China. Hey, if there's only 10 boats, you're going to have to be the highest bidder. If you think of it as an auction, right? You're going to have to be the highest bidder. If you need these soybeans now, you got to pay more than someone else that could wait a couple of months. Okay. Cool. So you might want to look at shipping manufacturers and see whoever makes these boats. That might be perhaps a stock to own, because they're probably going to build as many boats as they can for the next 5 years. And then, of course, 5 years from now, we'll have too many boats. So to me, it's a lot like the real estate market. You go from a boom to a bust, and all the developers are gone. They all go bankrupt. And then what? Things catch up, and then there's a shortage of homes. And by the time they get going, the market is desperate for these houses. So all of a sudden, everyone becomes a real estate developer. Your neighbor, your aunt, your uncle, even your grandma. She's like, I'm a real estate developer, right? So they all go out there, hacking it out there as real estate developers. And nonetheless, Many people make poor decisions and get in way late in the cycle and start developing projects that by the time they actually come to market are about a year late. Anyways. Cool. So neat, right? So you might read in the newspaper, oh my God, right? Baltic dry index at 3,000. Yeah, well, it could go to 6,000, and it has been at 12,000. So just interesting. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Yeah, why don't we do the calendar while we're at it, huh?